Got a bigger job to do.
That's a heavy duty blower right there.
Oh yeah.
That wind's just gonna blow it right back in the road.
All right, here we are.
Show you that bank here in a little bit, what we're gonna do in the area that we're gonna be cleaning.
Here's what we got. Big hillside to clear off. And I used to do this hill for him, weed eat it. Just let it get out of hand a little. But over there is not too bad. Once it gets in the middle here, it's like a jungle. All the way down. You find some? Don't worry about it. Huh? Yeah, she probably does, but I don't want you to have to walk all the way over there. We'll just keep going. Yeah, I probably didn't bring them. All right, so here we are this day on the hillside. Now, I've done this hill for years, but this is the most overgrown by far I've ever done it. I think it's grown up now for 2 or 3 years. And used to, I would just weed eat it for the guy. But as you can see, look how high those trees are over my head. I don't know what kind of little trees or weeds those are. I mean, they look like trees, but that little chainsaw, I gave that to my mom. I got that sent from YouTube. They sent me from YouTube. It's useful for this. It's just electric. I've got a couple batteries with it. You can hold the tree with one hand and then cut it with the other. I'm actually kind of surprised. I grabbed one and barely pulled it and it came out of the ground, so I'm just gonna try to do that if I can. I'll show you real quick. That'll be a lot better for him. And as I was saying, that little saw they sent from YouTube, I'd love to have a gas power one that size because they are very handy for applications like this, because you can grab the tree with one hand and then cut it with the other. And up above your head, that's very handy too, or when you're up in a tree or anything, you know. Not that a lot of people are going to be doing that, homeowners anyways, but applications where I've cut vines over my head and stuff like that, or situation scenarios, it's been very handy for things like that, and for this particular situation as well. I think a brush cutter would have been really handy as well here. That's something I've never had, but I've seen them used, and it would probably been a lot better than this method. Yeah, oh, you're getting it good. Check this out. I figured this out while ago. Well, some of them do and some of them don't.
Pull them out?
Yeah, you can literally, some of them you can just grab.
Okay.
Cool. Some of them are hard and some of them ain't. Hope I didn't just fill a yellow jacket. I'm actually terrified of that happening. Getting in one of those nests.
I'm terrified of snakes.
Oh, if you got in them yellow jackets. Oh.
I don't want that either.
Oh man, it's bad. But you're weed eating as you go, so that's good. I'm in the thickest stuff. You're actually weed eating as you go. But you do got to be careful for the nest still.
Right.
I was in around the middle of this hill right up there, right around that area.
When you saw them?
No, when I got into a nest.
Oh man.
I didn't even see them. I just felt it on my arm.
Yeah.
And I looked down, and when I did, all over my legs and body.
Oh, that's when you was telling me about you had to hit them, and they were
I ran all the way to the other side of that house.
And they were still after you?
None of them even came off.
Oh my goodness.
And I took this shirt and threw it, and my truck was parked like right over there in the middle of that sidewalk.
Yeah.
And I got in it, and one got in there with me. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Come here, I was gonna show you this real quick.
That'd be bad. Big time. They hurt, don't they?
Oh, they hurt really bad. Really bad. That don't work good at all. I tried that.
Really?
The chainsaw is though. But look, already.
Oh yeah. You're getting it. Mm-hmm.
And some of these I'm able to just grab and pull. Like it depends,
some of them.
You know?
Right, yeah. All right. Yeah, if I can grab, if it looks like I can just pull it out, I'll grab it and pull it.
Look, I mean, that's a lot better because you don't got to worry about them staying there.
Yeah.
So this is something I've done for years, overgrown things like this, and landscaping. You know, I did lawn care and landscaping for years, landscaping for around 5, probably more like 6, because I've done it after that as well, even though it wasn't a full-time thing. But this job right here was just a lot bigger than you even realize until you get into it. There were so many vines holding these trees when I tried to pull them out. So, you know, I'm not going to say I'm against electric by no means. I like gas, but this is very handy for this because I can hold these with one hand and cut with one hand. It's very handy. It goes right through them. Those yellow jackets got me that time. They hit me out of nowhere. I was weed eating this hill. And like I said, I was right around there. But this hill didn't used to be this overgrown. He used to hire me about once or twice a year to weed eat this thing. And he said I was the only one to ever get a mower on it. I'd mow the corners of it, but the middle here is too steep. You probably can't tell by this video how steep it is, but pretty steep. But making good progress. That little saw, this, I mean, that's why I said they have their place for sure. This is a 20-volt tool, like your drill and stuff. And to have a chainsaw that's 20 volts, very handy for certain applications. Got my trailer over there, but I'm clearing it out, and he's over there weed eating. Sonny is over there. So we're making good progress. I haven't been here long. And I'm trying to work my way up to the top, which isn't, I'd say another 15 foot, and I'll be there. And then I'm gonna have him come here and weed eat the middle. This is a dam is what this hill is a dam that there's a pond up top there. They call it the dam. I don't know what it is, but that's what they call it. I used a zero turn that I used to have to do the edges of this hill because it's not as steep on the edges as the middle. And Bob said I was the only one to ever get a zero turn on it. But when I was going up the corner, my drive belt popped off, and Bobby, the guy that my mom's with, he was helping me to push it back down, and I was planning to ride it down, you know, and put it on my trailer because I put the drive belt back on it, but I had forgot that I'd pulled the switches out in the back, these little levers, and put it in neutral. I forgot all about that. And at the bottom of the hill is my truck and trailer, this very hill that I'm on, which is a pretty steep hill. You can't really tell how steep it is. And as soon as he pushed me and it took off, I rode down the hill full blast, and I realized I had no brakes because I had it in neutral. And I hit the trailer so hard that it probably flew, it moved it probably around 3 feet. And it was a big dual axle trailer. It hit it so hard that it bent it to where the gate wouldn't even close properly. So I had to kind of, I think, hammer it open a little bit. But it was a trailer similar to that one that I had, but it was 14 foot rather than 16 foot. I actually thought about jumping off of the mower at one point, but I rode it out. All right, so I'll show you. I made it up to the top of the hill up there, and I've got this section cleared out, so I feel a lot better having something I can stand on and actually see. But I'm working that way towards Sonny. He's over there weed eating. And then after I get that section, I'll work on this. Once we get it all piled at the end, we'll have to get all this, put it on the trailer, and it'll probably take quite a few trips over there to those trees in the background. There's a creek. He's got a burn pile on the other side, so it's not very far to take it at least. It feels really good today. It's overcast, but the weather's great for working. All right, so I'm up in there, working my way that way into this stuff, all the way to the top there. Sonny's getting this over here. He's getting that. So I got that taken care of, and I'll work my way into this. I'm wanting to stock wood up as well, but this is one thing that kind of slows me down from it is in the summer I do lots of other things. I just now literally got off the phone while I was editing this video with somebody who I did a junk removal job for. I've done 2 for her now. The woman that lived beside the man who bought 2 full cords of wood from me here recently. And she's supposed to be introducing me to the woman that she's renting off of. And she's wanting me to apply some sealer to her deck that she just had pressure washed. So she's wanting me to apply sealer. I gave her a price on that. And she said that the woman that she's renting from wants to meet me in person the day that I'm doing that because she has 30 rental properties that she's interested in me doing work on. So I'm happy with that. But I really love junk removal, and that's something I want to grow in. I thought about before getting a dump trailer, but I would have to have a bigger truck for that. And for firewood, I know that would be harder to get in certain areas. So that's why I think I'm just going to go with a dump truck because it'll be good for junk removal and for firewood. For firewood, it'll be really good. For junk removal, a dump trailer would probably be better because it's a lot longer and you could fit more in it. But like I said, I have to get a heavier duty truck and everything. My truck is just a half ton. It's a V8, but still, it's not made for that amount of weight. You're talking just the trailer alone. Some of those I think are 4,000 to 6,000 pounds, and that's empty. But yeah, I think I'm wanting to get a 1 ton, and that will help with junk removal and now like I'm all for roofing as well still at this point, but roofing is slower. It just hit and miss, and I feel like I'd have to go with a company to really get work in that. There's so many that are already established in my area, and that market is just not easy to get into like everything else. Like this right here, this kind of stuff, I do this kind of stuff pretty often. I'm trying to get in between the trees. I don't want to try to weed eat the trees. They eat your string up really quick. Gonna do this area now. So supposed to be cutting these up and splitting them for him. These are old pine. They're about rotten, they look like. But he's wanting those split. I went and picked that up for him years ago, that Copperhead. Got a Kawasaki. Sonny's over here doing this. Check on him. But he's pretty much just straightening these little racks up. We kind of push the wood off. It's all real old wood. Some of this is solid, some of it's rotten, but it's oak, and he's just straightening these racks up here. Is that one in that far enough, Sonny? Looks like that block's kind of not in there good.
Yeah, I got to that one.
Okay, yeah.
I'll put a new one there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably pull the block in more to where the thing's sticking out the end. And then he's got these to straighten up. Oh, this wood's rotten, like I said. I told him just throw the rotten stuff right there, but all this is rotten. And then he's just wanting these straightened up. Beautiful area here. Look up there in the woods. Very pretty place here in Kentucky. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to the hill. That's a big copperhead right there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's exactly what it is. And it went right past my feet once. I've got it almost killed. Big copperhead. Right up there in that stuff. Got the tree down over there, the rotten one. Got this side of the hill, that side of the hill. They got the middle still. And I'm using this post saw now because I'm not reaching down anymore after seeing that.
Copperhead, 100%.
Yeah, that's a copperhead.
The way it's shaped.
Well, even the color. See the color and the pattern?
See the pattern?
Pattern, yeah.
See it's like a hourglass?
Yeah.
They say if it's an hourglass.
I am still planning to stock up wood though. Let's see, tomorrow is Friday now. And tomorrow, I'm not sure what my plans are. Oh yeah, I am planning to actually do some wood tomorrow. Sonny's conked out over there. Every time Sonny works with me, we work hard, and I'm used to doing this, you know, but for somebody that isn't, it really tires you out. And it does me too, but it not as much as it does him probably. Every time he works with these, tired for days, he says, or something like that nature. But here's kind of what it looks like once I got everything cut down. Now this is a big job here, and I've still got to get rid of the brush. I'm thinking of getting a chipper for that because in the future I'll be able to use it for other jobs as well. And for this particular job, it would be really easy. And what I'm saying here is that I'm kind of going to weed eat some of that, and I've got a pitchfork there that I'm grabbing that stuff with and pulling it off because there's lots of thorns and stuff mixed in there with it. But I've got that. We've got this dam looking better. I say because this is the next day of me going by myself. He didn't go with me this day. Beautiful location here. And what I'm going to do from now on, I told Bob, you know, around at least 3-4 times a year, let me weed eat it, you know, even if it's just overgrown weeds, I can do that. But when you let it get to where it's trees, it's a whole different ball game. But this was the worst this dam had ever been, and that's what they call it, is a dam. He had that pond put in that's behind it right here, a beautiful location. He owns around 200 acres there. It's in Bath County where my mom lives in Kentucky as well. So, which I pass Bath County to get to the stave mill in Moorhead, Kentucky. But I got a little bit of scenery. It was so beautiful. But like I said, I plan to continue growing, working for myself. I really enjoy it. There's lots of work out there, and I'm willing to do many different things. There are things I want to mainly focus on. Junk removal is one of them. I've done it for years. I've always enjoyed it. I've done it while doing other things, but I know there's potential in it to grow a lot. And then also firewood, of course. So tomorrow, Lord willing, I'm planning to go and get those pallets, some more pallets, and planning here soon to go to the stave mill and get probably 2 trailer loads. And Sonny's supposed to come over with me one day and help me. There's the dam. It looks so much better now. So I cut all the trees and cleared it off with a pitchfork, drug all that stuff to the bottom. I have no idea what happened to Moses here. He popped back up and was fine. Okay? Maybe the heat was getting to him, but he scared me pretty bad here. What's wrong with you? Moses? Moses?